I bet you would agree with me when I say nowadays it seems like nobody cares. You probably notice this just as much as I do. And you notice that 99% of the people you know, you don't really know. And when you do want to get to know them, you realize that they're too busy, caught up in their own world, doing their own thing. I bet over the course of time, you probably felt like a loss of connection with your friends and the people you know. I call this phenomenon the quiet drift. I bet you would tend to notice that as you've grown up, the quiet drift has become more common in your life, starting all the way from elementary school, all the way through middle school to high school and into college and so on. The older you get, you can't help but notice that this gap keeps getting larger between the people you know and all your connections starting to feel farther apart. It's one of those things where you try to reach out and connect to them, but every time you do, they're always either too busy or you get to hang out with them a couple times and then it just fades. The interaction fades from there. So there was no true connection actually being built. And I see this time and time again. People try to build connections with other people, and those connections end up fading in relatively short amount of time between months and years, and it just doesn't last. The connections don't last what they felt like they used to. Used to back in the day, you used to get to hang out with your buddies and you would see them every day, and every time you interacted with them, the interaction became stronger and y'all bonded as friends, and it's not the same as it used to be. I think the big question people are asking today is, how can I rebuild that connection? I think everybody's looking for the same thing, but nobody's willing to actually put in any effort to reach that goal, and that goal being total connection and overall friend group type of vibe. And I think the physical aspect is people are kind of lazy when it comes to getting together because they either don't want to make the drive to go meet up with people or they're just too lazy just in general. And it's not necessarily you, it could be them or it could be both. I mean, I've personally struggled with this where I have friends, but it's like the true friends that you thought you had aren't actually there when you need them. And I feel like everybody needs at least 5 really good friends. People often say that you're a mix of the closest 5 friends in your relationships, and that's kind of true. You're kind of a mix of everybody you hang out with. And honestly, nowadays you're gonna have to go search for it. You're gonna need to go in the workspace. You're gonna need to go, you know what I'm saying, like getting a job and meeting your best bud at your job, and then you invite them over for like barbecue one night to watch football or something, or any sport at that point. And you're gonna have to pick up like a sport. You can meet some, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have to go out there if you want to find some friends. It's not just gonna come easy. Go find a life group, like a church group or something. Go to church, honestly. That's like, it's gonna change your life. Jesus will change your life. But go to church. You can find some great people there. If you go find a sport, or go to your job. If you gotta get a job, you know, find some people in the workspace. Even go online. You can find great people online. Now be careful, obviously. You don't know who's out there, but there's so many ways to connect with people nowadays, more than ever. We're just more distant than ever. The best thing I could say to you is go reach out to people and find those 5 closest friends, because those are going to be the people you need most in your life, and those are the people who are really going to shape you and make you become the person you want to become. And so that's my advice for you. But if you really enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and that would mean the world. Y'all have a blessed day.